What's poppin', Slick Block? It's your boy D.W.G. We're back with some more Rune Factory 4. Last time you were playing, we finally beat the boss of those Sacred Water Temple. Sacred Water Ruin. To the east. Now. Alright, it was much easier than I thought. You know, it only took us... It didn't even take us 9 minutes. Alright, I believe it took us like 3 minutes to get there. I think we actually beat him in like 2 minutes, man. 3 minutes to get to the temple. Like 2 to 3 minutes to actually get to where he was at. And then we saved, we talked. The entire time we saved and we talked. And then we got in, right? I'm gonna say it literally took us like 2 minutes to beat him, you know. Alright, it was kind of anticlimactic. Anticlimactic. Climatic? Who knows? You know what I mean. Anyway, after that, some shit happened. We saw that Porcelain was talking to an ambassador from the Elven Kingdom about the current conditions of the Elven Kingdom. I then talked about how stupid it was to just tear down the entire infrastructure of the kingdom just to build a new one. If I had to guess, Margaret's probably the daughter of the queen or the queen's sister, right? And I was saying that, you know, if you just wanted to, like, personally, I'm watching my brother, you know, he's the king of a nation, you know, he's struggling, you know, he's getting sick, he's always tired and agitated and shit like that. I'm like, this has to be from the stress of running the kingdom. My immediate response wouldn't be, we don't need no fucking royal family. We don't need no kings and queens. That wouldn't be my first response. My first response would be, let's seek council. That's where I was looking for the other time. Let's see if we can form a council. The king, or queen in this case, at the head. And then 5 to 6 or 7 well-respected people from either prestigious or famous clans, or just well-respected in general, you know? Alright. Honorable. That's things we're really looking for. See if we can find 6 or 7 people like that. Alright. War heroes, anything. Ask them to join the council to help alleviate some of the pressure that the king or queen, in this case, was under. I mean, like, honestly, they could have did that. It would have been a lot easier to just shift some of the power and pressure off the queen onto other people. You know what I'm saying? You could have one person in charge of trade and establishing trade with other kingdoms. You got one person in charge of monitoring the laws and enforcing the laws. Not making, but monitoring them. The queen still makes the laws. They just enforce and make sure people are abiding by the laws. If keeping track of the finances of the kingdom was a problem, you could entrust someone to do that, alright? Honestly, I personally wouldn't recommend it. Because people are known for money laundering, taking a little bit of money here and there, and just saying, oh, we're a bit short. In that case, the queen's sister could have been the one in charge of the money. That way the royal family's still in charge of that, you know what I'm saying? What else? Public speaking is probably still be done by the queen or the queen's sister, by a member of the royal family, right? So we got law, we got trade, we got finances. Events, planning major events or holidays. If that's something the queen had to do, you can give that to somebody. Just make sure they run the idea by the queen before they implement it. Like, I'm basing this off like shit I have to do, like in the game. All right. I got set up festivals and shit, so they probably had to do that. I got trade. All right. Well, I don't. Arthur does the trading. I'm gonna get a trading license, and then I'll be doing trading. But like, there's that. Defending the kingdom. Really, the only people defending the kingdom are me and Forday. It's like some soldiers we see here and there that didn't leave. So like, there's only like 2 actual soldiers here. And if you exclude me, there's only 2 actual soldiers here. There's Forte, whose job is to protect the god that lives here. And then there's that one soldier whose job is to protect the people. And of course, we don't really need no one to protect us because we got a god staying here. But, you know, I'm just like listing things like I have to do in this game that she could have given to people. And that's still just 4. Alright. So what was it? I said enforcing law or policing, that's one. Trade that's someone else. Keeping track of the money. Planning like events. It's 4. Let me see. I said public speaking should probably still be the queen, so that's 4 people. Typically, you should have like a council of 5 to 6. You should have one person who's like keeping an ear to the street. You know, getting the public's opinion on like the royal family or the head members of the council. Because if the people don't like you, that can lead to uprisings and shit like that. So it's best to have the people happy. So public events, keeping the people happy. That's 5 people. And I guess the 6th. What would the 6th person do? Because obviously that 5th one, which was, you know, keeping an ear to the street. Someone, reconnaissance. Keeping reconnaissance around the kingdom. That one's a bit iffy because technically speaking, your enforcers, the police and shit, they can do that. They can keep an ear to the, you know, listen to civilians as they do their fucking routes and hear what they're saying. Oh, have you heard about so and so? Man, that guy's evil. I heard that the queen's actually just a puppet. You know, they can hear all that shit and then get that on to the person in charge of enforcing the laws, and then he can tell you that. So really, you know, just a council of 4 would have truly alleviated the pressure the queen was under. One person in charge of trade, one person in charge of finance. I guess it'll be trade and like negotiations with other kingdoms. In charge of the finance of the kingdom. In charge of enforcing the laws and making sure the laws are being followed. As well as protecting. All right, because that's a good one. And setting up events and shit. And she would have had tremendously less pressure on herself. You know, like for real. Like, those four things were being taken care of by trustworthy people. Yeah, I guess that's where the fifth person comes in charge at. If not keeping an ear to the street, keeping an eye on your circle. To make sure no one's planning to abuse their power to try and subjugate or force you under. You know? Which could have been her sister. Or, if let's say Margaret is her daughter, or her niece, the Queen's niece, it could have been Margaret, you know, before she was sent over here to live in a much better kingdom. Not because I'm in charge, but because we actually have a god here. You know, any kingdom that actually has a god living there, it's going to be much better than anything, really. But yeah. So that's what we talked about that. We didn't talk about that much detail. About how they could have broken it up, like alleviate pressure on the queen, like I just did. I talked about like they could have formed a circle. I was trying to think of the words, so I called it a circle. But they could have formed a council to alleviate the pressure on the queen. But yeah, the reason I started recording again was because I'm going to go talk to Margaret. To, you know, talk to everybody. You know, get everybody's infinity up for the day before I go to bed. You know, I saw she was crying. And I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's supposed to be like the tear in her eye. To show that she's tearing up. And she just sobbed. Margaret? Oh, sorry. I was kind of lost in memory lane for a minute there. Are you okay? Another thing, right? Like I said, the three people I had a hard time choosing to marry were Margaret, Forte, and Amber. Eventually, I ended up marrying Amber because, honestly, it was everything that everybody else kept saying about her, you know? Man, she's so happy. She's such a breath of fresh air. If there was thousands of her, there would be no war. Every time I see her, I can't help but smile. And when I heard all that, when I was originally playing, that's what my ideal image of a queen or a princess is. Alright. Unfortunately, I grew up on Disney. So, like, when I think of the good queens and princesses, I think of the Snow Whites, the Sleeping Beauties, the Belles and Ariels. Alright. Who could, you know, Snow White was able to, like, befriend a bunch of grumpy dwarves. And get them to actually not only help her, but like support her. Just by being happy and free and go lucky. Right? Fucking I forget the chick with the glass slippers name. Was that Sleeping Beauty? Was she the chick with the glass slipper? No, that's the chick that was cursed to go to sleep. Kind of like Snow White. Man, was woken up by the true love of a prince. But like the chick who like had the glass slipper was able to like befriend like rodents and shit. Like they're just able to make people around them happy, you know? And they're able to inspire people to want to help them. And that's... And when I think of a princess or a queen, that's something I think of. Someone who's able to both lighten the hearts of her people, as well as get the support of her people. You know, not through law, not through power of if you don't do as I say, you're going to die, but through just people wanting to help. And that's why I was like, you know what? If there was anyone who I would want to, you know, rule beside me. Because, like, I had this conversation with Arthur in game. You didn't see it. After I saved Horseboy, he was like, I heard you drugged somebody back from the forest. And I was like, you got two options. You'd be like, moi? Me? Or you'd be like, yeah, I did, right? And you get two different responses to which one you pick. If you go the moi, me, he'll be like, I know it was you. You need to take it easier. Right? But if you be like, yeah, I did, he's like, man, you got a good heart. But like, you're giving too much of yourself. And one day there's not going to be enough of you left for you. And like, what I like to believe is like my character does that in game because he doesn't remember who he is, so he's trying everything he can to make the current him memorable. So even that when he does remember who he is, all the things he did will still be there. It won't be as heavily affected. You know what I'm saying? Alright, and I'm like, so I'm the person who will give my heart and bleed for my people. I need someone who's able to quail the hearts and get the people to bleed for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm the person who will die for you, but she's the person you will die for. And I feel like it's just a perfect balance of how rulers should be. At least the fantasy rulers. Now, in real world shit, yeah, it's never really that way. But in terms of fantasy settings, that's what I was thinking back then. Alright. That's why I chose Amber. And I said all that, right, to get back to Meg, was because it was real hard for me to actually pick Amber over Meg, because it was what others said about Amber that made me appreciate her. But with Meg, it's true, like her story. Like, man, she's just an overall good character.
Yes.
Yep. And like, to me, she's relatable to a certain degree.
Hello.
What are you doing, Forte?
Good evening.
Forte, what are you doing? See how crazy you look, Forte? Forte.
Hey!
Good evening.
Just leave the rest to me.
So welcome!
Big person finder. Sunday residents have a place to go. I do have extra room at the moment. That's a guest from one of Portico's friends when he opened his restaurant.
It's night already. Time for trouble. Good morning. But
They're right there. Yep. You do things. Yep. You got anything to put in here? Anything at all? Nope.
Is it nighttime already?
No problems here. Take 4. I'm fine. I'm gonna worry about you. Especially it does make me happy to hear that. Thanks you for asking, D.W.G. Should have told her we should go see a vet. That's just a funnier reaction. Overall, funny. I need doing grass. I need it.
damn it!
Yeah, roll on that, bitch. I want some smoke! I got smoke. What's that for? I'm gonna throw this in his face. I can make ice cream. No, I can't. I don't even have anything to get milk from. How can I make ice cream? I'll keep it. Alright, let's try this fight without. Just us. See how we go. Yeah, bitty, fucking you up. Lightning Man. Okay. And we're home. Yeah, it was a bit harder without her. But still not nearly as hard as when I first tried to take him on. So yeah, a few things I gotta do, man.
Good morning.
Not at all. Thank goodness, I'm not a morning person, but I'll try my best. Whenever you don't feel like you can place an order to cancel wake-up calls. But you don't wake me up every morning, though. That's the thing.
What do I do?
Yeah, I'm back at 2,000. You got any festivals coming up? Big Catch. Date Summer 15. Catch. Buddy Battle System. Eating Contest. Turnip Festival, Summer 11th. Turnip. Let's see, if I plant turnips now. So that will make it. Go with the Big Catch.
Order! Yes!
And the Buddy Battle on the 24th.
I did it! Order! Great! What do I do?
Airship license. I don't got no points.
What do I do?
Nope.
What do I do?
Development. Okay, spend the farm. How much I need to spend the farm? I think 1,500. Yeah, 1,000 go 500 pay 5130 max. Damn.
What do I do?
Other. Wake up additional. Cancel wake up call. Take back tax. Why would I ever want to take back tax?
What do I do?
And I wouldn't even give hats to people like that. They only gave one person the hat. And that's Amber. And technically speaking, that's a ribbon. Save again. So I'm gonna plant some turnips. My pink turnips. Some radishes. That in there. Wait, let me get my rake too. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, this. 11. I got a lot of shit I could put in there. I'm just not gonna put it in there. I got 1,000 and 6 gold worth of shit. Pick it up. Please. watching my favorite anime series, Tenchi Muyo. Specifically Tenchi Muyo GXP or Galaxy Space Boys. And I was thinking about Seina Yamada, right? I was thinking about it while I was watching it. And I was like, could someone truly use bad luck like that? Like it seems impossible to be real with you.
Yeah.
That's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's gonna fuck with me so much. Look at that. Fix it. Blow everything off, man. I don't even know why it's like that, man. They got real cloudy all of a sudden. Dog, I hate it. I hate it. The burning passion. Dog, like, I hate it.
I did it.
I hate it, Lord. You could ever fucking know. I'm gonna put this right here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I ever paid attention to, like, you could do this. I don't think I did, because if I did, I'd have then mentioned this. This shit. Like, I would have mentioned this. Oh my god. Like, this is the first fucking time I've seen that happen. What the fuck? Like, I'm getting itchy. I'm getting real itchy looking at this. Nigga, these are so perfect. This is so fucking perfect. What happened here? What happened here? What happened here? What the fuck? I hate it. I hate it so damn much. I don't even fucking say this. It's disgusting. Like for real, man. Like my hairs are sitting on edge, and I can't stop thinking about it. Like that's why is that even possible? Why can I do that? Why can I do that? Like, nigga, I'm trying to think words to say to describe my disgust with the way that shit looks. And like, if can't properly describe like why that bothers me. It just does. It just does. It's not right. It's not right. How could I have gotten these so fucking perfect? But fucked this up so much. Now, these are fucking perfect. It's what happened? What happened?
Yes! Yes!
So I think of it as cookies. If I think of it as cookies. Alright, it doesn't bother me nearly as much. Until I look at the other fucking side. I realize these cookies are perfect. Why? How did I fucking do that? Whatever I did, I gotta make sure I don't do that next time, bro. It is real cloudy. Dude, God.
Hello!
Relaxing. It's great to make it relaxing. Can I get him to teach me how to do it? It's a real question. Let's not go over there. Great.
How about some tea?
You must have a gauge for me to get married. In order to make one, you require a crafting table.
Hello!
Let's see.
Hello.
Hello!
Welcome.
In the chat. I want to love many things because I'll be happy if I'm surrounded by the things I love. But I just can't love winter.
Hello!
Good afternoon, D.W.G. I love winter, so you can love spring, summer. I'll love fall and winter.
Hello!
Did you forget something again? Of course not. Okay, then.
I'm so sorry.
So actually, there's this cute little scene where Lin Fa and Xiao Pei were arguing about not necessarily who had it worse, but whose was funnier. Lin Fa's forgetting everything and Xiao Pei's clumsiness. And at the end of it, Xiao Pei's like, man, this shit's heretical. The only reason I'm clumsy is because I inherited it from you. Your clumsiness is forgetfulness. And I'm like, man. And like she's like, you can't say that to your mother. And I was like, man. Yo, stop. You shouldn't have said that.
Hello, hello!
It looked like it might rain. She would stay home and read today. I mean, me too. What kind of cake should I bake today? I'm sure Fortune would be sad if I didn't bake one for her. Let's rather than night having a sweet tooth. I'm done. Ask again Tom and he'll tell you nothing's wrong with it.
Hello!
You rooms take a lot of effort to keep that castle clean. I should help out sometimes. Can you clean my room too?
Hey!
Hey, that's your job, buddy.
Ultra, hello.
Ultra, hello. Huh? Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Weapon accessory bread is what I want.
Anything else? Come back soon.
Leather gloves, no glove, I can forge. Frost edge, the dual blade. Thank God I can make the forge. I can make silk hat now. Silver boots. Ooh. Now I got no silver now. Nice. Let me get some farming bread.
Take your time.
You got that farming bread on you, bro? Accessory bread, bro?
Take your time.
Use some of that weapon bread too.
Take your time.
No, I need none of
Anything
that.
else?
Good.
Come back soon.
Shit.
Delicious!
Defender. There's a short sword I can make in the forge.
That was delicious.
Spectacles.
Hello!
Where you going? Where you going? Hey, what's poppin'?
Halt!
It's woolly and it's all monster cone.
Hi, gotcha! You can do it!
Sure. Get rid of one woolly. Sure. You want me to go kill somebody? I got you, man.
Sky is cloaked in cloud. Welcome!
Take care, please. Huh? Okay. Your shirt is twisted. Please stand still. Thank you. I was trying to fix it, but somehow it's getting worse. Yo.
Are you ready?
Now, be sure to stretch early before you go swimming.
Are you ready?
I already talked to you.
Yes.
I love cloudy days. Yeah, they really are. I'd like to take this pair of glasses.
Hey.
Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that.
Wait!
What happened? Your former monster man finally woke up.
No way!
Really? Hey, yo, bro, how you doing? He's got a tail. What's that supposed to mean, homie? Are you alright?
No.
I'm fine, more or less. Oh, you're right. No! That's funny. He's like, what he says, I'm fine, more or less. His actual response, no. You see this cut on my face? You did this shit. This was you. No.
Who are you?
Who are you? This is the one who saves you. I'm D.W.G, king of this land.
Dillis.
Dillis. I'd like to ask you one thing. Why were you in the water ruins?
It's none of your business.
None of your business. And we need to fight right now, homie. We need to fight right the fuck now, alright? Hey, Dillis. You know that, right? So how about dialing down the altitude a bit? Sound good? I don't know why I was there. Fuck it, you don't gotta dial shit down. Just throw them hands, nigga. I beat your ass as a monster, I'll beat your ass as a man. Alright. You lost your memory too. Yeah. Can I go now? Physically you're fine, but I'm still concerned about. Thank you for taking care of me. I just like the glasses, man. He's gone. He's not one to mess around with niceties, now is he? Definitely lives life at his own pace. Thank you very much.
No.
I didn't do anything special, just my job. Dillis, what's he going to do from here on out?
What?
What are you? Oh my, you finally woke up.
I am Porkily.
Wonderful to meet you. I'm called Porkaline. Porkaline? Just Porkaline is fine. There's more, but meh. You may feel free to call me by that name. Okay, fine. And just where are you going?
Shut up.
Don't you see that it's any of your business? You have nowhere to go, do you? That's not your concern. Then you'll come live at my place. What? Fortunately for you, I just so happen to have a spare room. You're fresh and out of extended clinic stay. You're in no condition to wander about. If you're gonna leave town, that's fine, but what difference does it make if it's now or later? I can't just freeload. Then how about you work for me during your stay? Work for you. I run a restaurant here, and I can hire you as a waiter. When you eventually go off on your aimless voyage, you'll still need money after all, no? If you stay in my house for a while and don't like it, you can leave anytime. That's why I say for the female protagonist, he'd be a great monster daddy. Baby daddy. Monster baby daddy. Alright, because stoic. Alright, and a man of action. Honestly, he'd probably be a good match for Amber. Since I can only see the female protagonist as being just like Amber. Except, you know, with my qualities of giving my heart out and bleeding for everybody. They'd be perfect for each other. Him who keeps his heart well guarded. And her who just keeps her heart on her sleeve.
Got it.
I guess I'll stay with you then. Wonderful! I'm Dillis. Thank you, Porkland. There we go. Someone seems he'll do just fine.
Nancy.
Alright, Nancy. The person with the day, huh? Nothing a few rays of smiley sunshine won't fix. I came to chat. I'm so glad Dillis got better. It seems he isn't good at expressing himself, but it seems he's very grateful to you. Man, he can run them hands whenever he wants. I'm gonna get that nigga gloves. Gloves or a spear, one of the two. Did I talk to everybody? I think I did. Yep, I think I did. Mistress Turpin? Please talk. I'm thinking something very important to me. I wonder where they've gone. I hope they haven't lost their memory and wandered off to some strange land. If I remember correctly, she's talking about another Rune Factory protagonist. Because in Rune Factory, the main characters always lose their memory. That's just what happens. And the real question is, what's she doing in this land? You know what I'm saying? I saw you.
Hello.
Ah, I saw you. Who did this? Of course it was. This heals my soul. Hurts a lot. I'm gonna brush my sheep, then we gonna end it here, man.
Let's do it.
You didn't really do much.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We got a new character. His name is Dylan. Come down. Why is he just standing right there? So yeah, man, I'm gonna end it here. If y'all enjoyed the episode, leave a like and comment. Tell me about what part of the episode you enjoyed. This is D.W.G Gamer with Slick Block Mafia. Subscribe to join Slick Block. And deuces, SPM D.W.G is out. Peace.